Hello everyone, and it has finally happened. The Destroyer U-Boat Hunter campaign is now dropped, or career mode I should say, on December 6, 2023, and we're gonna get started with this one. So as you can see here, it comprises various missions. Each mission has several battles, and you'll be rated and evaluated by the Commodore. So, yep, you have 9 missions to complete. And presumably they get more and more demanding as time goes on. So that's what we're gonna start. There's an Iron Man and a normal mode, as you can see down there. Normal mode allows you to save at any time and restart as many times as you want. Iron Man has no such features, although you can save when you exit the main menu, but you cannot erase your mistakes. You have to live with your consequences. So I'm gonna do normal. And we can set things here to kind of easy mode or hard mode. I'm going to set wolf pack size to medium just to give myself a little bit of a break. And let's launch this boat, huh? East Coast 1942. Well, I must say the cutscene graphics look very early 2000s-ish, like Xbox, PS2 style. As you can tell, his feet sort of ice skate along the surface of the ground there.
Janson arriving.
He's got no traction on those shoes, I'm telling you. Salute the quarterdeck, son. Permission to come aboard.
Good evening, Captain. All preparations for getting underway are on schedule. The XO is already on board, as are the department heads. 2 boilers are lit off and building steam. Everything is on track for a dawn departure.
Very well, thank you.
Sheesh, the OOD there looks like friggin' Lurch from the Addams Family or something.
Executive officer to the officer's wardroom.
Alright, well we gotta meet the XO here. Yeah, scrub that bulkhead there, son. I want that paint looking more painty.
We have been assigned to lead a very small formation. The bad news is that the only other escort we have is about as slow and lightly armed as some of the merchant ships we're traveling with.
That is bad news indeed. Weren't we supposed to have more escorts?
I was hoping for that too, but our convoy and routing division does not have enough of them apparently. The Canadians are helping as much as they can, but until they send the next wave of reinforcements, we will have to make do with less.
And what are we up against?
The U-boat threat has been rather limited recently, so that seems like good news for our friends from the Merchant Navy.
What do the orders say about air support?
Unfortunately, there won't be much, if any, air support for us this time. What I'm worried about is the weather. It has been pretty sketchy so far this month. Let's just hope it doesn't affect us too badly.
That could be good for us, Captain. It will be more difficult for the sub's lookouts to spot our convoy against a dark, rainy sky. If that is all, then let's get a good night's sleep. It may be the last one we get for a while.
And so it begins, my first Atlantic pass. Let's just hope it won't be the last. There are so many things I do not know. Very little is under my control. The crew has been trained, but few have seen actual battle. How will they respond when facing the enemy? How will I respond? The Janson is the most capable ship in the convoy. It is fast, maneuverable, and heavily armed. I feel anxious for the merchant crews. They truly are sitting ducks. Their only protection is this ship and the single Canadian escort. We are to rendezvous with the RCN at Halifax. I hope the crew can take some liberty there. With only 2 escorts, it will be difficult to protect the convoy from all sides. We will have to focus on priority contacts. If at least one U-boat gets through, this can easily turn into a bloodbath. The weather has been deteriorating for some time now. If it were not for the essential war cargo, any sensible mariner would wait out these storms in port. But we have our orders to set sail regardless of the weather. We're on our own this trip. I was told not to expect any air support at all. Allied intelligence thinks that there are a few U-boats along our path, suggesting low chances of enemy contact. I really hope that is correct, but my gut tells me otherwise.
All escorts, this is the escort commander. Our convoy is approaching an unidentified merchant ship that appears to not be making way. At bearing 073, range 6,500 yards. From the guide, all escorts maintain your patrol sectors and be especially wary of possible U-boat contacts. Stand by for further orders. Out.
Maintaining station. Roger. Bloodhound out.
That looks like a torpedo track. And what is this merchant ship just doing all off by itself if it's not a part of our convoy? I wonder if it was supposed to get hit by that torpedo, or there's like a graphical glitch or something, I don't know. It says this loss will not be subtracted from your final score.
Captain I. Officer of the deck, set general quarters.
Set general quarters. Aye. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Set conditions zebra throughout the ship.
Stern depth charge detail manned and ready. Main battery ports manned and ready. Engineering officer watch reports engineering manned and ready. Zebra set. 4 boilers online. Max speed 32 knots. Electric plant split. All fire pumps online.
Very well.
Okay, well, the some of the dialogue in the opening cutscene, like when he's talking with his XO in the wardroom and all that, that actually does change each time you play the game. So I'm playing a practice run of this.
All engines ahead.
But even then, I think the missions that you play throughout the career mode are randomized, so it's not like the exact same every time.
Sonar, combat, investigate arc.
So as you can see, the cutscenes, kind of as they've always been, are not
Investigating arc.
the best in terms of animation or graphical fidelity, if you will. But then again, remember that Iron Wolf Studios is a small studio, so give them credit where credit is due, okay? They're hard workers, and they provided us with this so far, and what they have thus far is pretty impressive.
New course. 144. Course 1.
But anyway.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, just saying, it's the facial animations are super stiff, as well as are the characters and all that. And
Mountie, this is
but
Bloodhound.
whatever, I mean, if
Maneuver
you're
to
playing
assigned
this game
station.
for the graphical
Roger.
quality and
Mountie
the
maneuvering to
deep,
assigned station.
engrossing story with the
Mountie reporting.
tragic
Mountie,
themes
this
of
is Bloodhound.
warfare and
Maneuver to assigned
heroism and
station.
all
Roger.
that, then
Mountie
you're
maneuvering
playing
to
the wrong
assigned
game.
station. Surface
Because
radar has a
essentially
new
it's the
contact.
movie
Bearing
Greyhound as a
3,
video game,
1,
except without
0.
Tom Hanks.
Range 6,000
Which in a way it
yards.
kind of makes it
Bridge,
better
combat.
because
New surface contact
the sheer
from radar.
age of Tom Hanks
Bearing
being like in his 60s
310.
right now
Range 6,000
is like
yards.
plays the
I
oldest,
designate
you
contact.
know,
Able.
05
Time.
commander in the whole friggin' US Navy in that film.
Contact Able. Now
Alright, well,
bears
as usual, as with
30
previous
niner.
videos I've
Range
done with the Destroyer here,
5,900 yards.
I'm going to be cutting out some of the lulls in it where I'm just kind of
Course
circling around and coming back
281.
onto
Course
the
281.
submarine
Aye,
contact
sir.
here, the U-boat contact, and largely showing mostly my attack runs. Anyway, we have a surfaced U-boat out here.
Contact Able now bears
Zero to Star Shell and Foya.
3,400 yards.
Load illumination rounds. Illuminate 3, 0, 4. Load point detonating rounds. Fire.
Well, he's out there, and want to try and keep my destroyer position so I can bring all my 5-inch 38s
Fire.
to bear.
Contact Able now bears 3,
Fire.
0.
And again, if you're unaware of
2,800 yards.
Fire.
the historicity or lack thereof of this game, you know, the Janson,
Fire.
the USS Janson, is a fictional destroyer. She even has a fictional
Fire.
hull number. The hull number she has was actually skipped over when
Fire.
the Fletcher-class destroyers were built in real life during the war.
Fire.
Lost contact.
So
Able,
essentially they're
last
using a
bearing,
Fletcher-class destroyer
3,
with a fictional
0,
hull number and a
5.
fictional name.
Last range 2,600
Furthermore,
yards.
at the time, you know, well, it doesn't specify exactly when this game takes place, but it takes place sometime in 1942, and the
Mountie,
Fletchers
this
did
is
not
Bloodhound.
begin
Maneuver to
entering
assigned
service
station.
until I think
Roger.
June of
Mountie
that year,
maneuvering
and even
to
then,
assigned station.
they were pretty much relegated to the Pacific because they needed their long range and their size for the mighty Pacific, as it were. Other escorts generally handled escort duty in the Atlantic. And of course, if anyone has ever read the book The Good Shepherd, which Greyhound is based off of, then you'll know in that book he's not actually on a Fletcher-class destroyer. He's
Surface
on
radar
a
has regained contact. Able.
oh gosh, the
bearing,
name is
0,
escaping me, but yeah.
forward,
Anyway, he's on a
5,
different destroyer.
Range 1,100 yards. Contact Able now bears 0. Bloodhound. This is Mountie. Mountie holds sonar contact. Baker. Bearing 098. Range 6,200 yards from Bloodhound. Evaluated as definite sub.
Bridge combat. New contact from sonar.
All right,
Bearing
Mountie.
0, 9,
We'll
8.
send the Canadians
Range,
after
6,200
Baker there, and
yards. I designate contact Baker.
we're gonna
Time,
stay here
4,
and prosecute
8.
contact
Combat
Able.
sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 0.
All right, you can
4,
see his periscope up
6.
there, just below the
Range,
horizon, dead
1,000
ahead.
yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
Let's
bears
prepare our
0,
deep
4,
charges.
9. Range 800 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 5, 1.
Let's get our
Range
TRR
700
all
yards.
set
Bearing
up.
steady.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active
Bridge.
search.
Poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing
Yeah,
0,
so he's at periscope
5,
depth and he is
2.
shallow.
Appears to be periscope feather. Bridge. Poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 0, 5, 2. Appears to be periscope feather.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 5, 1. Range 500 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 5, 1. Range 500 yards. Contact increasing depth. Active search.
Okay,
3,
well,
1,
let's
4,
keep it as
through,
is
1, 3,
and get ready to
4.
drop.
Aye, sir.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact, Baker.
Roger. Mountie attack. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 5, 1. Range 200 yards. Bearing steady. Fire ready depth charges.
All right,
Shallow
let's
pattern.
see how we did here.
Fire 2. Fire 3.
Oh, there we go. We're passing right over him.
Combat sonar.
Not the
Lost
best
contact.
pattern, but
Able. Last bearing 0.
and you'll notice in the
5,
picture-in-picture
1.
there
Last
of our
range,
attack on the
100 yards.
U-boat, it says whether we hit or miss. I should say damage. There's like misses, near hits, and like general damage or something
Combat sonar. Contact.
that it says you've
Able.
achieved
Now bears
on those screens.
7, 2. Range 800 yards. Combat sonar.
All
Contact.
right, we've come
Able.
back around
Now
again,
bears 1,
and we're
7,
going after
2.
Able.
Range 800 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
As I mentioned before in my previous
Ready
videos
depth
on this
charges,
game,
medium
I've
pattern.
kind of held off playing it
Bloodhound,
much because
this is
really I was
Mountie.
just waiting
Mountie
around
lost
for the
contact.
campaign
Baker,
slash
last known
career
at
mode
bearing
because
1,
indeed
0,
really all you
7.
do in this game is
Range
just
4,600
circle
yards
around in a
from
destroyer,
Bloodhound. Combat sonar.
drop depth
Contact.
charges
Able.
on
Now bears
U-boats,
1,
and
6,
occasionally they
8.
surface and you
Range
shoot at it with your
500
guns.
yards. Bearing steady.
Yeah, see, that was a good one.
Lookout.
Yeah, they got
Object
regular
1/2 to the
damage and
horizon.
near hit,
Bearing
light damage on
1, 6,
Baker there,
7.
Mountie
Appears
did.
to be periscope feather.
That was a good run.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Of course, about a week ago,
Combat
before
sonar.
the release of
Contact.
the
Able.
career
Now
mode
bears
on December
1,
6th, they
6,
added another
range,
gameplay mode, which
300
is
yards.
the
Bearing steady.
it's
5,
like the
7.
rescue
Course
survivors
1,
mode or
5,
something.
7. Aye, sir.
So you'll be out there with like a merchant ship that has drifted off from the convoy, and you have to protect that ship, and you can rescue survivors if you have to. And then, of course, now there's also an endurance mode, which I'm assuming, I have not played it yet, but I'm assuming you just hold out for as long as you can.
4, 7, range 100 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made a depth charge attack on contact. Baker, debris sighted.
As usual, some of the voice acting, particularly the executive officer's voice acting in that
Fire
opening
one.
cutscene, was a little bit phoned in. You can tell it sounds kind of
Combat
weird,
sonar.
like it was
Fire two.
recorded over a
Able.
microphone.
Now bears
I mean, all
0,
voice acting is
3,
recorded on a
9,
microphone, but it
range,
sounded a
fire
little bit
300 yards.
distinct.
Very strong
Yeah,
propeller
did
noise.
not sound
Combat
very
sonar.
natural.
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 0, 3, 9.
Oh,
Last
we got a
range,
near hit
100
there.
yards.
Did you see that? And another near hit.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie regained. Contact Baker. Bearing 097. Range 3,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc 283 through 013.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc 283 through 013. Sonar I. New course 265. Course 265. Aye, sir. All engines ahead. 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what he was
Bloodhound,
talking about
this
with
is
crappy
Mountie.
weather,
Mountie lost
sketchy
contact.
weather or
Baker,
whatever, and
last known
storms.
at
This is a
bearing
pretty clear night.
085. Range 4,000
Seas
yards
are
from
not
Bloodhound.
that
Combat
choppy.
sonar. Contact. Able.
I've
Now
seen
bears
worse seas in my bathtub.
018. Range 800 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
I
bears
also noticed the
0,
captain's
2,
combination
2.
cover
Range
was missing
800
some
yards.
insignia on
Bearings
the front
drifting
of
right.
it, which made it look kind of weird. It had the scrambled eggs, but yeah, nothing else on it. What the heck kind of navy we're
Combat
running
sonar.
here?
Contact. Able. Now bears 043. Range 700 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 046. Appears to be
Oh, there
periscope
he
feather.
is.
Combat sonar. Contact.
He's
Able.
out there.
Now bears 050. Range 500 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 053. Range 500 yards. Bearings drifting right. Ready
Yeah,
depth
looks like his
charges.
head's
Shallow
slightly
pattern.
right. We'll cut in
Bloodhound,
front of
this
them
is
and
Mountie. Mountie
try to drop
made
a
depth
decent
charge
pattern
attack on
ahead of
contact.
them.
Baker, unknown results.
Anyway, I'm hoping
Combat
that
sonar.
as this
Contact.
game proceeds
Able.
on in
Now
further
bears
development, and
0,
I'm
6,
guessing
8.
maybe
Range
some mods will
200
come out or
yards.
something, or
Very
maybe
strong
Iron Wolf
propeller
Studios
noise.
will release more
Fire 1.
destroyer classes or different weapons or
Fire
something. So maybe you can have like
Fire 3.
hedgehogs, or maybe one's
Combat
taking place
sonar.
later on in
Lost
the war. You'll
contact.
have hedgehogs to use,
Last bearing
or
068.
squid,
Last range 100
mousetrap,
yards.
whatever.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 221. Range 800 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 219. Range 800 yards. Wake on right cut. Course.
And of course, if you're
206.
wondering why of
Course
all
20.
classes
Bloodhound,
of ships
this
they
is
chose
Mountie.
the Fletcher
Mountie
class
regained.
destroyers,
Contact
well,
Baker,
because
bearing
much like the movie
106.
Greyhound, they had
Range
access to the museum
3,300
ship
yards
USS
from
Kidd,
Bloodhound.
Course
which is basically the
215. Aye, sir.
surviving Fletcher class destroyer
New course.
that is still around that you can actually go, and it's interpreted in its World War II
combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
configuration,
bears
more or less. So
188.
yeah, I
Range
mean,
400
you use what
yards.
you have access to.
Estimated depth shallow.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 100.
Although I do
Range
believe there is
3,700
also like
yards
there's the
from
destroyer
Bloodhound.
escort USS Slater. That is a museum ship, I think. And of course,
sonar.
there's
Contact.
the
Able. Now
Treasury
bears
class
2,
cutter, the
1,
327 foot.
Fire 1.
100
It's
yards.
called WEC
Bearings
37 now. It used to
sonar.
be U.S.
Lost
Coast Guard
contact.
cutter Taney.
Last
But we
bearing,
don't call
fire
it that
3,
anymore
1,
because Taney was a
7.
bad
Last
racist
range,
guy. So
100 yards.
yeah, not to get too political here, but oh, that was a good one. We did some damage to him.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made
But
a
anyway,
depth
you know,
charge attack on
if there's the
contact.
opportunity
Baker,
to
unknown
certainly
results.
do some
Sonar,
research on
this is
other
the
kinds
captain.
of ships like the
Investigate
Slater
arc.
or the
138,
327 foot Coast Guard
2,
cutter,
2, 8.
Treasury class cutter.
Investigating arc. 1,
I wonder,
3,
I'm not
8,
saying that they will, but I wonder
2,
if they'll take
2,
advantage
8.
of
Aye, sir.
those resources. I think Iron Wolf Studios is a German company, I want to
Surface
say, a
radar has
German development
regained
studio.
contact. Able, bearing 318. Range 1,300 yards. Contact Able now bears 316. Range 1,400 yards. 3. Course 033. Aye, sir.
Stand by to fire. Target bearing 3, 1,
Oh,
0.
yes,
Range,
there he
1,500
is. Load star
Load
shells.
illumination rounds.
Oh,
Contact
God, I gotta wait for the
Able
mounts to
now
traverse.
bears 305. Range 1,600 yards.
Target bearing 2, 9, range 1,000.
Oh yeah, there he is. We illuminated him. Real
Load
good
point
there.
detonating rounds.
Blast him.
Fire. On target.
On target.
Repeat.
Repeat. Fire.
Mountie regained. Contact Baker. Bearing 063. Range 3,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Fire. Target bearing 2, 8,
Keep
range,
shooting.
1,800 yards. Fire.
Just keep shooting. We'll hit him eventually.
Fire. Load illumination round.
As far as star shows again.
Contact Able now bears 2.
I guess in a way it does demonstrate that even with radar
Range 2,000
directed
yards.
fire control, then, these 5-inch
Load point
38
detonating
guns are
rounds.
not like pinpoint accurate, right?
New course 341.
Fire.
Course 341. Lost contact.
Oh,
Able. Last
blasted.
bearing 2.
He's gone under again.
Last range 1,900 yards.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 2, 1.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able.
I
Bearing
wonder if he's
2,
going after that
7,
merchant ship
4.
over there, that lone
Range
one that's just stuck out there all by
2,200
its
yards.
lonesome. Again, why it's out there by itself, I don't know.
This is
Maybe
Mountie lost
must have got
contact.
lost, part of a
Baker,
convoy
last
or
known
something.
at bearing 0,
Well, he ain't gonna be around long enough
range
to tell anyone about
3,300
us.
yards from Bloodhound. Combat
Look at him,
sonar.
he's headed for that
Contact.
small moon.
Able.
That's
Now
no
bears
moon.
2,
It's a
6,
space station.
9,
It's too big
range
to be a space station.
1,900 yards. Contact decreasing depth. 100 yards. Bearing steady. Surface radar has regained contact.
Yeah, I need to use the
Able,
ESC
bearing
projector
2,
here. It's
7,
good for when you get within
5,
1,000
range
yards.
1,500
Much more accurate.
yards. Contact Able now bears 276. Range 1,400 yards. Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie made a depth charge attack on
he's
contact.
surfacing.
Baker, unknown results.
Surfacing, go to gun director.
Stand by to fire. Target bearing 2,
Star
8,
shells.
1, range 1,300 yards. Load illumination
Oh,
round.
gotta wait for them to
Contact
traverse
Able
again.
now bears 282. Range 1,300 yards.
Illuminate 2, 8, 4. Load point detonating rounds. Fire.
Yeah, I wonder if the star
On
shells
target.
actually
Target
really have any
bearing 2,
effect
8,
in
6.
gameplay. Do they
Range
make it actually
1,000,
easier for the
200
gunners
on
to
target.
hit, or more likely for the gunners to hit, I should say?
Able now
Fire.
bears 2.
Yeah, let's turn. I want to
7,
unmask these
range
guns. There we go.
1,200 yards.
Or are the star shells just there purely for effect, right?
Target fire 2, 8, 9. Range 1,200 yards. Fire.
Keep firing, assholes!
Contact
Fire.
Able now
On
bears
target.
2.
Come on. Hit him.
Fire.
1,100
On target.
yards.
Well, we're on target. Yeah, we're bracketing him, but we're not
Fire.
hitting him.
On target.
Oh, there we
On
go.
target.
Finally. Yeesh.
Fire.
Again, according to the movie Greyhound, it's, these are the most accurate 5-inch guns and the most effective anti-submarine weapon on the whole planet.
Last range, 1,000 yards.
All escorts, contact Able has most likely been sunk by a bloodhound. Good job.
Hooray, we sank it
Sonar,
something.
this is the captain. Perform
I
active
would not
search.
expect to have this amount of good luck
030
as we
2
progress through the
0.
career
Active
here.
search,
It's going to get harder,
0
no doubt.
through
We're probably going to get swarmed
1,
by U-boats by the
0.
end of
Aye, sir.
by the 5th mission or something. There's going to be a lot of screaming, a lot of crying, a lot of name calling, pointing fingers.
318 range.
Then the enlisted are going to take over and fix the problem, of course.
Guide.
Roger. Mountie, maneuvering to station, bearing.
Alright, we gotta deal with Baker here.
Range, 3,200 yards, from guide.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to new station.
Roger. Mountie, maneuvering to new station.
We have found him again.
Bloodhound, this is Mountie. Mountie now has sonar contact. Baker, bearing 05.
And the mission ends. It's actually our very first victory, at least on this channel. I feel such a sense of accomplishment. It's not just any victory, though. It's a major victory. No ships lost, 1 U-boat sunk. Alright, well, that did it.
I am very pleased with the crew's performance today. It really worked like a well-oiled machine. None of the merchants suffered, and that is what we are here for. I am pleased to say that the crew performed superbly today. We thwarted the German attack. We intercepted a distress call from a nearby lone merchant reporting a periscope sighting. To think that some ship owners still believe their fast ships can outrun the U-boats. Luckily for them, we were able to help.
Ah, that's why she was off on her own.
Overall, I'd say we are doing a really good job. I will be surprised if the Germans do not attack in the next 6 hours. They know the extent of our air cover. This is where I expect to encounter an attack.
Alright, boys, see you for the next mission.